Welcome to a ChunnTV hot sauce review, where we've got something from a Texas institution. This is Buc-ee's 7-pot Primo pepper hot sauce, and last time I was there, they've actually got quite a few pretty interesting looking bespoke hot sauces with this Beaver on that at first glance look like some crap. You know, you think, oh, this is the same kind of mundane, boring private label type situation, but then you get to looking at the ingredients and maybe not so. You got tomatillos, apple juice from concentrate, vitamin C, 7-pot Primos, onions, jalapeno peppers, fresh garlic, water, black vinegar, kosher salt, garlic powder, habanero peppers, and yuzu vinegar. A couple things I didn't expect to find in like a gas station branded hot sauce, but with references to yuzu and the black vinegar and stuff, it kind of calls to mind Exhorresco by Burns McCoy a little bit. You see also it's got this kind of really natural look. Like you see all the chunky bits of pepper in there. You see the lack of thickeners. It's got like just a really natural look and a natural pour too. Yeah, it's a little on the chunky side. Ooh. You really get the black vinegar. It's got like a pronounced kind of funk to it. And then you also get a little citrusy note, maybe the yuzu, but then the onion, there's a real savory aroma to it. And the peppers are actually kind of muted. 7-pot Primos don't really have like a ton of flavor, if I'm being honest. It's mostly just apocalypse. Cheers, you two. Oh, it's pretty hot though. It's actually not as insane as I thought it might be. Although 7-pot Primos are a pretty close cousin of the Reaper, and they take a minute to get going. But as far as the flavor, it's not as pepper forward as I kind of thought it would be. And I think the apples kind of the apple juice kind of rounds that out a little bit. But the predominant flavor is like this light tart citrusiness, and just the slightest hint of like Carolina Reaper / 7-pot Primo flavor, that Chinense super hot kind of intimidation taste, and then that little hit of fruitiness. But the fruitiness kind of goes really well with the yuzu vinegar, which I'm not a yuzu enthusiast, so I can't say I can pick it out specifically. But it's got this like the funk from the black vinegar, and then this kind of bright citrusy cheerful note that kind of offsets the menacing aroma of that particular pepper. And it's pretty subdued. Oh, not the heat. The flavor is pretty subdued. It's not wild and crazy like over the top flavors. It's really a little bit muted. I almost wish it was a little more punchy, like with vinegar. That had a little more salt to it. But that being said, it's a pretty nice, like, interesting flavor combination. It's all natural, has a nice mouthfeel. It's chunky. If you're a 7-pot Primo enthusiast, it'll give you a little taste of that without like tearing your head right off of your neck. Because I think about like Exhorresco by Burns McCoy. Same pepper, similar flavor, not exactly the same, but Exhorresco is like brutally, like savagely hot. And this isn't that bad actually. It has that characteristic kind of hammering, hammer and nail sensation in the front of your mouth, and then that super hot, almost hot coal sensation in the back. It's a very intense burn, but it's also pretty manageable. It's not as hot as I thought it would be. I was thinking I was getting into a pretty hot one this time, and it's really not crazy. I think part of it has to do with my expectations, because I was expecting so much more, or just because the pepper involved, expecting it to be so hot. But it's a really pleasant burn. It's really enjoyable, and I think for a non-chili head, this would be extremely trying. But I think this would also be like a nice tolerance builder, because it's not like overwhelming or super intense. I was thinking it was going to be much more profound. That being said, if you're not familiar with like that Reaper / 7-pot Primo burn, it's very overpowering the first time you have this to you. So For that reason, like, it's a manageable way to present it, and there are definitely ways to have this pepper that would hurt a lot more, but it hangs around for a while, and it's a pretty intense sensation if you've never experienced it before. So on the burn scale, I gotta give this one an 8, because it's any more and it would really start to get very uncomfortable for me, like very, very badly. But that said, like I said, it's also, you know, a little bit on the manageable side. So if you're looking to build up your tolerance and you're a non-chili head, this is probably a good way to go about it. The flavor, it has a lot of promise. Like it really, I don't know. It has an interesting ingredient list. It's got the black vinegar. You get the funk from that. You get the yuzu. You get like this citrusiness. You get the savory from the onion. It just doesn't quite have enough of a vinegar hit or a salt hit to really like make those flavors shine, I guess. And so it's delicious, but I just feel like it could be so much more. So on that basis, like, you know, you can't like grade something on what it could have been, but because of the stuff in there and the you know, the apple juice, the yuzu, the black vinegar, the onion, there's a lot of like creativity at work, but it's just not punchy enough to really allow you to experience like those interesting ingredients together. They're a little bit muted, and so for that reason, I'm gonna have to go with a 6. For the taste, definitely pleasant, but it's not like super punchy, you know, or particularly delicious. It is nice though. So yeah. So for the Chunn score, which we're pretty close to settling on, but the current Chunn score calculation is going to be the burn plus 3 times the taste, B plus 3T. In this particular case, we got a burn of 8, we got a taste of 6. So 8 plus 18 is going to be a Chunn score of 26 for this particular sauce. So Buc-ee's Chunn score 26. What does that mean? Well, you know, as we populate a leaderboard, it'll mean more, but what I take it to mean is that it's pretty freaking hot, and it's definitely an intense burning sensation. There's a nice ingredients list, but it just needs a little bit of something extra. Salt or vinegar, probably. Just a little something to set it off, because it just falls short in the flavor department of what could have been. And that's too bad. But that being said, it's not very expensive. It was like $7 at Buc-ee's. And so for an impulse buy, like, this is one of the hotter, like, you know, budget range super hot sauces you can get, and it tastes pretty good. So if you're looking to get lit up, you don't have a lot of money, happen to be at a Buc-ee's, for the money, it's pretty good, you know. I just wish it was a little bit punchier, tiny little bit. Need to let the Beaver out just a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so thanks for watching. Click subscribe if you haven't already. You know, we do hot sauce reviews, other spicy products, chili challenges occasionally, and many other things besides. You know, click the bell. You'll be notified every time we venture forth into the universe in search of chili enlightenment to retrieve a new experience. And click like if you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Super Bowl Sunday, or as us Dallas Cowboy fans refer to it, Shomer Shabbos. We don't work on today because it's a sacred day, so it's good to take it off every year. Make sure you don't miss it. As a Cowboy fan, we have time to reflect and enjoy the Super Bowl for what it is, without being caught up, you know, in having to worry about taking part. That's a good way to be, I think. Yeah. I have to say, I guess I'm rooting for the 49ers. It's a pretty exciting team. It's fun to watch. I'm a coaching nerd, so I'm here for the Cal Shanahan you know, like circus big top run experience, and for that, I'm gonna give it to the Niners, 44-38, in an epic, amazing clash for the ages and the 100th anniversary of the NFL on Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, so cheers. I hope you enjoy the game. I hope you have a great week ahead, and I will catch you next time on ChunnTV.